Hello guys, this is Rock here, and look what I have here today. It's a Kamikaze R, which I got from the Project R challenge. And I'm not a fan of the Japanese destroyers much because of their passive gameplay, because you need to stay stealthy and such. Um, but I have to say I've been enjoying this thing a lot. I didn't advance too far up on the Japanese destroyer tree. I think I got the ISO, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, this was a good chance to check out the Japanese destroyer gameplay, and I think I'm gonna continue working my way up after this, because this thing is so much damn fun. Um, as you may know, this is pretty much a tier 5 Minakaze, but it has wider torp angles, uh, I think a slightly better health, and a better gun layout. You have 3 forward-facing guns instead of only 2, so swinging them around doesn't take much, and you can definitely use your guns. I don't use them much in this game because of what's going to happen, but I had some games where I use my guns and they definitely add a lot of damage if you can use them in a timely manner. Usually you don't want to fire your guns, but you definitely can, and you definitely should whenever you can. So in this game, it's the north map, and I see nobody is headed here, even the enemies, and they only have 3 destroyers. So I'm really praying really hard to the RNG Jesus to clear a path for me, so that I can lurk behind their lines. But I'm definitely expecting a destroyer to turn the corner here anytime, any second now. That's why I'm kind of angling myself towards the corner. Um, so yeah, the Kamikaze, it has, well, I said that it's pretty much a Minakaze. Um, you have 3 torp tubes, 3 launchers with 2 tubes each, um, and your torps do a lot of damage. I think it's about 15k, and they go really fast, 68 knots, I think. Um, and this thing is not very slow either. It does about 37 knots stock, and with the engine boost and flag, you can go over 40 easily. So it has an amazing run and turn time, about 3.2 seconds, I think. The Minakaze actually has lower run and turn times, but 3 seconds is more than enough for a destroyer. Um, at your rather turn time is so low, your turning radius starts mattering more. So I got this Cleveland. I really wanted to torp him, but he actually turned around, and now I can see the gap. I can actually get behind their guns, and that's why I popped my engine boost. And I think it's happening, folks. But Cleveland and Nurnberg, uh, those are not the enemies that to be taken lightly. Um, they're actually one of the best destroy killers in this game. So you need to really be careful around them, especially the Nuremberg, because of the hydroacoustic surge. The German hydroacoustic is really good, um, and you can't escape them with smokes. They can see through smokes with that ability, and of course they can spot your torps earlier with that ability. And I think I'm gonna make it, folks. We're gonna get behind their lines and hopefully torp them all to death. So now I'm eyeing this Nuremberg. He has no clue. So I do a very tight torp spread. Um, one towards the pointer and 2 towards the sides of the pointer, slightly to the sides, to account for any maneuver he makes. And I'm pretty sure he's not expecting the destroyer here, so he's going to be caught unaware. But he still has a reaction time, and my angle is not the best. Looks like it turns slightly. He takes a torp, and it takes half of his health. But now he knows Well, he must know. So I have the chance to do a second torp spread, and I will take that chance. The detection range of the Kamikaze is 6 kilometers stock, and I don't have camouflage expert on this captain, so it's only 6 kilometers. There's only 1 kilometer gap. And now I see him going in a straight line. So I do another torp run, but now he's turning slightly. He's looking for me actually. But he's looking for me in the wrong place. um, and now he popped his plane too, his fighter plane. That's another concern. If that thing gets 3 kilometers near me, I'm gonna be spotted. And now he puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that I am way in front of him. And now he's turning towards me to chase me. And now I have my eyes on this Congo. I'm behind their lines. Nobody is expecting me. So I'm just dashing to torp him. And it's going to be glorious when he comes around. But I come around and and suddenly I get spotted. What? There's actually a AFK Kamikaze in their spawn, and I'm really pissed. I'm looking at him to see if he's awake. Nope, he's not, so I'm just gonna torp him and get out of there. But the Nurnberg now knows where I am and starts firing at me. So I need to take out that Kamikaze ASAP. I'm not too worried about the Nurnberg now because he only has one forward-facing gun, and it's pretty slow for a cruiser. It does about 32 knots. He has no chance of catching me actually, and the Kamikaze goes down as expected.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Those torps actually look good, but they run out of juice before they reach the Congo. And now we are free to torp the Congo. That Nurnberg is desperately trying to find me. But he's probably not too communicative because his team is still oblivious to my presence. I think if he just wrote something in the chat, some of them will turn around to look for me, but nope, that's not happening. And both of the teams are pretty passive, as you can see. Nobody's making a push, they're just hanging out by their spawn. And this game mode kind of encourages that. There's no incentive to push, you just need to stay in your spawn and try to look for easy kills to get the lead. That was actually not a good torp launch, because I fired at him at 6 kilometers while he's moving away from me, so my torps only can go 7 kilometers in a straight line. So there's this chance that he's gonna outrun them. And these torps, damn, they look good. He actually turned into my torps. These just perfect, but no, he's so lucky. I only get 2 torpedoes. And the flooding. If I only had waited just a couple of seconds more, he would have been outright dead. But now I have to worry about him knowing my position, and yeah, he's turning towards me. But I'm still not sure if he realized that there's a destroyer behind him. And I'm looking at the other ships to see what they're doing. See if they're reacting to these torps coming out of nowhere behind them. And this Congo is making a turn, and I just want him dead, so I fire 1 at the lead indicator and 2 more in front of that lead indicator because he's making a turn, and I'm just hoping for some lucky torpedoes. Hopefully, the Congo is a very long ship, so it will have problems evading these staggered shots. So the first one misses, but the Second and third one look good. Well, it's actually the third one that gets him. And there he goes. He's now flooding too, with his engine out. So that's just one more torp hit. Not his engine out, it's probably the rudder. And I decided to do a wide shot here. Why not? It's a long ship. Not like it's gonna tread between my torps. And as you can see, this is so much fun. Just being behind the enemy lines, being undetected, and just wreaking havoc on their battle lines. This is not the kind of gameplay I enjoyed, but now that I experienced it firsthand, it's actually
We've
pretty
destroyed
enjoyable.
an enemy battleship.
You have so much impact on the gameplay if you can do this. Now the Cleveland and the Nurnberg coming towards me, but they are not actually engaging. I think the Nurnberg forgot about me, so I do another white angle torp run on him. He's too busy running away from our guys and while shooting at them. Well, he has the perfect turret layout to do that, and I'm just hoping for a lucky hit here. One torp will kill him, because the Nuremberg doesn't have any torpedo bulkheads. It's already like the armored cruiser. He's not gonna get any torpedo damage reduction or anything, and it just runs into my tools. Well, the angle of the torp wasn't really good.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Out of the Cleveland, he ignored me during this whole match, and now it's his turn. And as you can see, there is no reason to use the smoke either if you stay undetected. It's all about managing the aggro of the enemy and just playing it smartly. But I found the speed boost very useful in this match, because you quickly need to reposition between torpedo launches and react to the enemy. So I found myself using the engine boost a lot. But the biggest reason I am doing so well and this is working is their destroyers were nowhere to be found. If they had, you know, a few destroyers just looking for me, then I would have a lot of trouble. Maybe they could even completely render me useless by keeping me away from their big ships. And now I see this Cleveland. I'm trying to understand what is he trying to do, but now he turns to right, which means he wants to meet our guys head on. So I do another 3 wide angle torpedo launches just to maximize the hit probability. I just need a single hit to kill him. He seems to be slowing down, and I see no reason not to stay stealthy in the situation. I just use my guns. Not like he has the can shoot back at me, and down he
Enemy
goes.
cruiser destroyed.
Now they have a Furutaka, they have a York, and they have a New York. The New York is nowhere to be found. I think it's pushing the 10 line, 10 or 9 line. But I saw the Furutaka around here, so I think it's next. So it does about 40.5 knots with the speed flag and engine boost. It's not too bad at all. It's like Russian destroyer speeds. You can pretty much outrun anything. It's pretty insane for a tier 5 destroyer. And this thing is just a monster. I think I will use this to make money more than my Marblehead. And I found this thing really interesting about this game. You see, it encourages experienced players to go down the tiers and just kill newbies to make credits. I think it's a bit cruel. Um, so that's what I found myself doing when I need credits for higher tier ships. Just go down the tiers and just kill newbies, or you can call it seal clubbing, as it's often referred as. But I don't know. This is a weird system, and I almost feel bad doing this. At higher tiers, no team would allow this kind of thing. They would actually communicate and try to get the destroyer of their, behind their lines. But here, people have no idea what's happening mostly. It's true when I use my marble head as well. That thing is wrecks enemy teams. I had so many games like this in the marble head as well. So it's definitely weird. It's a definitely weird system that new players, new beginners have to be. They have to be the prey for uh, experienced players. And this Frutaka just runs into my turrets. He wasn't expecting it at all.
We've
Outright
destroyed
dies.
an enemy cruiser.
And now this York, he sees me, and I'm actually afraid of Yorks. They have amazing HE shells, and they are great destroyer hunters. So I just pop my smoke and torp him. But the torp angle is not good. He can easily evade them if he wants to. And I do another white shot because I didn't know what he was going to do. And if he were going in a straight line, I would have killed him, but he actually reacts and finds a gap between the torps. But now I see that his guns are pointing the other way, so I'm thinking, okay, when I reload, maybe I can just swoop in and do a close range torp on him, because his guns are pointing the other way. But no more wide angles now, only high quality spreads, and I keep the third salvo for myself for the extremely close range when I'm sure that I'm gonna hit him. And he doesn't react to my torps, but he actually torps me as well. This was unexpected. I don't know why I didn't expect it, but he gets me with a single torp. But oh well, it's worth it. 6 kills, 16 torpedoes, and I was just giggling all day, all match. I was having a couple of laughs here. This is just too hilarious. And this New York is here is about to die. And I need to take on for him to die actually. So that was a really good match. 16 torpedoes, almost 500,000 credits. This is without premium, by the way. 3,500 XP. It was a pretty damn fun match, even though I didn't fire my gun much. It was just so much fun. And I get 2,700 base XP, which is pretty good, and of course 6 kills. And I do about well, 155k damage, I think. It's pretty damn good for a Kamikaze. So, well, I think that was very enjoyable, and I hope you enjoyed it. Um, well, you can visit my blog or watch my other videos if you want to, if you enjoyed this. So, and I will see you guys next time.